You ready to be in the video? Okay.
All right, how long have you been asking me to do this project?
To paint the fireplace?
Paint the fireplace.
Like since the day we moved in, pretty much.
Yeah.
I probably walked down here and was like, hey Matt, we should paint the fireplace.
Yeah, for like 5 years or something. Years, okay. Well, now it's done.
Oh, are you gonna ask me like, why did I want it white?
Why did you want it white?
Hey, don't touch that, sweetie. Why I want it white? Because I love brighter spaces, and I've always felt like this space needs brightened up. So I feel like white makes a really big difference.
Was it worth it?
Yes. Was it worth your time?
Yes. Are you happy?
Yes.
Okay. It was worth my time.
Yeah.
So as we said before, Trisha's been asking me to do this project for about 5 years. And I was very reluctant to do it because the thing that I was concerned about is the stone is, you might not be able to see it right there, but I'll do a close-up and show you. The stone has really deep cracks in it. It's not filled in like all the way to the front, so it's flat. So we definitely couldn't roll it, and I was thinking it was going to be a lot of work to paint it with a paintbrush. And sure enough, when I got started, it was no fun. It took a very long time to paint just one corner of this. And I'll do a little time lapse to show you basically how long it took to paint one small little section versus how long it took to paint with the sprayer, which I had the idea of about, I don't know, 15 minutes into this project. I realized I could get a sprayer and it would probably do much better. All right, so I've been painting on this corner here and it is taking way too long. I've been trying to paint it with a paintbrush. It's taking way too long. So I'm gonna have to go get a sprayer from Lowe's and we're gonna have to see if we can speed this process up a little bit. So let's go. So enter this thing. This made this project doable. Several people ask us on Instagram what kind of sprayer it is. It's a Wagner sprayer. I forget what the, like X Boost 3000 or something. I just went to Lowe's and picked it up, something they had there. I'm not sure that I would recommend this yet. I'm gonna have to paint several walls. It looked like it had a decent amount of like kind of splattery overspray. So it may be something in the way I've adjusted this, but before I go like outright recommend this to you, I'm going to probably paint some other walls in our house and give you a better idea of how this thing operates. But whether you rent a really nice sprayer or whatever, if you have a project like this and the stone is really set in deep, or the joints between the stone are really deep, the sprayer is going to make all the difference. But it's a very porous surface, so if you do that, just thin your paint down a little bit with water. You don't want to go too crazy because I mixed it up with too much water to begin with, and I did that so it would soak in the stone easier, but it was splashing everywhere. So if you get too much water in there, the mixture's gonna be too thin, it's gonna splatter too much. But if you're doing this project, this paint sprayer is probably the best way to go. So some of you guys might be thinking, what did you do with the kids while all this spraying was going on and painting? And that is probably one of the tips that I would offer you, is choose a day that you can have all of the windows open and that it's nice and cool. The kids were able to go outside, so they were playing outside while I was doing this, and the timing of it could not have been better. If you can time it so that the temperature outside is nice enough to open up the windows, it'd be a great idea. All right, so as I said before, I'm gonna say it again because it's very important. When I sprayed this, you probably noticed I was not wearing a mask. That was a very bad idea. Like, I felt terrible after that. So very important, if you're spraying, even if you're spraying with the sprayer, and it's not regular spray paint, but especially if you're spraying the inside of this with fire paint, definitely use a mask because it was awful. Whoa, that's a cool sprayer you have there. How much painting could you do with that?
How?
You don't know how?
No.
That's too bad. All right, guys, so I'm sorry that I didn't get much before footage. I pretty much only had that one picture that I took before we started spraying all this, but I think you get the idea. It made a pretty big difference, and I really like the way that log in the back is contrasting with the white. Looks really awesome, really clean look. So if you have any questions about it, you can leave them in the comment section. We'll get back to you. And otherwise, I hope you really like this video. Not as long, but it was a fun project, and hopefully you guys really liked it. So don't forget to subscribe. We're gonna have another video coming next Wednesday, and give this a thumbs up and leave any cool comments below. Tell us about anything that you've painted like this, or any projects you'd like to see us do. Later.
Even that.
Even that. Yeah. What do I want to say about this stone?